Chapter 2 Group Test. Number 1. Determine the slope of the line graphed below. Explain how you determine the answer using the following word bank. So the slope is going to be rise over run. So rise is 4 and run is 1. So it's going to be 4 over 1. Just remember the direction of the line is going to fall from left to right. So it's going to be a negative slope, that is negative 4. This is also written as rise over run and rate of change in y divided by rate of change in x. To write the equation into slope-intercept form, we have this equation mx plus b. M is used for slope that we already found is negative 4, and b is y-intercept. So the y-intercept is going to be this point right here. So it's 0, 3. So the y-intercept is 3. Question number 2. Given the points 2, negative 6 and negative 4, negative 8, determine the slope. So the slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And in this case, x2, y2 is this point, x1, y1 is the first point, this one. So I'm going to use the formula for rate of change of y divided by rate of change in x. In other words, it's a y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2 is negative 8 and y1 is negative 6. So negative 8 minus 6 is negative 8 plus 6 divided by x2 minus x1. So it's negative 4 minus 2. So that's going to be negative 2 over negative 6 is going to be 1 over 3 for m. The formula that you applied is rate of change in y divided by rate of change in x. For number 3, graph both the lines below. Extend your points all the way to the edge. So the first equation we have is y equals negative 3 over 5 x plus 4, where the slope is negative 3 over 5 and then y-intercept is 4. For second equation, we have the same slope, negative 3 over 5, but y-intercept is negative 1. Let's graph the first equation, and where y-intercept is 4, so y-intercept is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the slope is 3 over 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 2 points, and when you connect these points, you get the full line graph. Another one is when the y-intercept is negative 1. So here is negative 1, and then the slope is down 3 over 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now connect these points to get the graph. So you got this line for the second equation and this line for the first equation. If you notice that these two lines are parallel lines, and they have to be parallel because both of them have same slope. So next is the solution is where the two lines intersect. So when you graph two lines, and if the two lines intersect at certain point, that is called solution. Describe the two lines on the graph. So you notice that the two lines on this graph are parallel. So means it's they have same slopes. How can you tell that they are parallel looking? Only at equations. So I could tell that these two lines are going to be parallel looking because they have same slopes. So anytime you find that the two equations have same slope, then they are going to be parallel looking equations. Next is write an equation of a line that is parallel to the two given lines and y-intercept is 0, 10. So if I want to write a line that is parallel to these two lines, it means that I'm going to use the same slope. So use the same slope, negative 3 over 5, and use the y-intercept that is given as 10. So y equals negative 3 over 5, x plus 10 is going to be the line that is parallel to these two lines, but its y-intercept is going to be 10. Question number 4. Write an equation of the line in point slope form that passes through negative 4, 6 with the slope negative 5. So we assume that this is x1, y1 and the slope m is negative 5. Point slope form, if you remember or recall, is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So x1 we are going to use as a positive 4 because remember we're going to use opposite sign for x1 y1 when you plug it in the formula. So that's going to be positive 4 and this is going to be negative 6. Slope is negative 5. If you stop here, it means that you answer the question, write the equation in point slope form. If you want to write the equation into slope intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, then you distribute that inside and plus 6 on both sides. So isolate y to get the slope intercept form. For number 5, write two equations of the line in point slope form that passes through 2 points. Now instead of slope and a point is given as 2 points. First thing you want to do to answer this question, you have to first find the slope. So assume this one is x1 y1, this is x2 y2. So y2 minus 3 x2 minus 1. So 4 plus 3 divided by negative 16 plus 1. So that's going to be 7 over negative 15. So once you get your m, that is your slope, negative 7 over 15, you use this formula y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where x1, y1, first you use this first point, so it's going to be y plus 3 equals negative 7 over 15 x plus 1. That's your first equation. Second equation is y minus 4 equals negative 7 over 15 x plus 16. Question number 6. Write two equations of the line in slope-intercept form that passes through the point 10, 5 and 4, 8. So first thing you want to do is to find the slope by using y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So you're going to get 3 over negative 6, so it's negative 1 over 2. The formula I'm choosing is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So in this case, I'm choosing first point. So it's going to be y minus y1 equals negative 1 over 2 x minus x1. For the second equation, I'm going to choose the point, that is this point 4, 8. Y minus 8 equals negative 1 over 2 x minus 4. So now I'm going to write this equation into slope intercept form. So it means that we are going to isolate the y. So first you're going to do the distribution of negative 1 over 2. So you're going to get y minus 8 negative 1 over 2 x plus 4 times 1 over 2 means 2. So negative going to be positive, and 1 over 2 times 4 going to be 4 divided by 2, that's going to be 2. Now you're going to add 8 on both sides. So you're going to get y equals negative 1 over 2 x plus 10. So that's going to be your slope intercept form. Question number 7. Use the table below to answer the following questions. X-intercept. X-intercept is that point where the y is 0. So if the y is 0, that point is called x-intercept. So This is the point we will call x-intercept, that is negative 6 comma 0. For y-intercept is this point where the x is 0. So 0 comma 18, that point is y-intercept. To find the slope, we can use the formula on these 2 points where you can treat one of them as x1, y1 and the other one is x2, y2. And then apply the formula, that is y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So 18 minus 0 divided by 0 minus 6. So that's 18 divided by 6. So m is 3. So now we have a slope that is 3 and you use the y-intercept that is b and going to write the equation. So mx plus b, and that is 18. Question number 8. Find x-intercept and y-intercept of the line 5x minus 6y equals 60. Write each as an order pair. So first thing we want to do is to find x-intercept here and then y-intercept here. To find x-intercept, you're going to set y equals 0. So 5x minus 6 times 0 equals 60. So 5x equals 60, and when you divide with 5, x would be equals 12, and the point is going to be 12 comma 0. For y-intercept, you're going to set x equals 0. So 5 times 0 minus 6y equals 60. So negative 6y equals 60. Divide with negative 6 on both sides. Y equals negative 10. Write in a order pair means write in a point form. So 0 comma negative 10. Question number 9. Write negative 7x minus 3y equals 18 in a slope intercept form. If you notice that this is given in a standard form, slope intercept means that you're going to isolate the y from this equation and that will be your slope intercept form. To do that, our first step is going to be remove the x term from this side and add 7x both sides. You're going to get negative 3y equals 7x plus 18. Now you're going to divide with negative 3 so that y is by itself. So that's going to be negative 3x minus 6. So that's a slope intercept form, and it was given in standard form. So graph any line with the indicated slope below. If it is a positive slope, the direction of the line would be rising from left to right. So any line that is rising from left side to the right side is going to be a positive slope. For negative slope, any line, so this is the left side, this is the right side, from left to right, if any line is falling, it's going to be a negative slope. Zero slope means it's a horizontal line, and vertical line means it's going to be a undefined slope.